Welcome to session. Myself, Dr.A.Jagadhambal, Assistant Professor, Department of Business Administration, Dr. S.N.S. Rajalakshmi College of Arts and Science, Coimbatore. Today we discuss about the essential elements of a contract. First we discuss about what is meant by contract. Contract has been defined in the Indian Contract Act 1872. It defines the contract as an agreement enforceable by law. An agreement cannot become a contract unless it can be enforceable by law. To be enforceable by law, a contract must contain all the essential elements of a valid contract. All agreements or contracts, if they are made by the free consent of the parties competent to contract for a lawful consideration with a lawful object and are not expressly declared by the act to be void. Essential elements of a contract. First one is intention to create legal relationship. Intention to create. The parties entering into a contract must have an intention to create the legal relationship. If there is no intention to create the legal relationship, that agreement cannot be treated as a valid contract. Generally, there is no intention to create a legal relationship in social and domestic agreement. Invitation for lunch does not create a legal relationship. Lawful object. Second essential elements of a contract, lawful object. The object of agreement must be a lawful. Any act prohibited by law will not be valid. Such agreement cannot be treated as a valid contract. A rent out of his house for the business for proportion for making a bomb, the act from there are a unlawful. Third one is agreement not expressly declared void. These types of agreement which have been expressly declared void. For example, restraint of marriage which has been expressly declared void under section 26. If John promises to pay 50,000 to marry, if she does not marry throughout her life and Mary promises not to marry at all, but this agreement cannot be treated as a valid contract. Next one is proper offer and it's an acceptance. To create a valid contract, there must be a two or more parties, one who makes the offer and other who accept the offer. One person cannot make an offer and accept it. There must be at least two persons. Also, offer must be the clear and properly communicated to the other party. Acceptance also must be communicated to the other party. Next one is free consent. Consent is said to be free when it is not caused by the coercion, undue influence, fraud, misrepresentation, mistake. If the contract made by any of the above four reasons at the option of the agreed party, it could be treated as a void contract. If agreement induced by mutual mistake, the agreement would stand void or cancelled. Capacity of the parties to contract. Parties entering into a agreement must be competent, capable of entering into a contract. If A agrees a sell a government property to B and B agrees to buy that party, it would not be treated as a valid agreement. A is not authorized the owner of the particular property. Next one is certainty of meaning. Wording of the agreement must be clear and not uncertain or vague. Suppose John agrees to sell 500 tons of oil to Madan, but what kind of oil is not mentioned, because the groundnut uncertainty agreement stands, that is called as void. Next one is possibility of performance. If the act is impossible of performance physically or legally, the agreement cannot be enforced by the law. There must be a possibility of performance of the agreement. Impossible agreement, like one claims to run at a speed of 1000 km per hour or jump to a height of 100 feet, etc. Lawful consideration. Last essential elements of a contract. Lawful consideration. An agreement must be supported by a consideration of something in return. That is the agreement supported by the some type of services or goods in return of money or goods. It could be service to the another goods. Suppose X agrees to buy books from Y for 1000 rupees. Here consideration of X books and the consideration of Y is 1000 rupees. These are all the essential elements of a valid contract. Thank you.